Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be working on some last minute gifts. We all have them, and I decided to do something that I like to do, which is sublimation. And the one thing that everybody likes are mugs. So I'm going to be sublimating 3 mugs, and I'm going to be using 3D puff or 3D inflated designs, and I'm going to be doing 3 of them. So I can't wait to share with you. So guys, let's get started. These are 2 mugs wraps, and they are for 15-ounce mugs. One of the Grinch, and the other one is just gingerbread cookies. They are 3D puff, another way inflated design, and I think you've seen me done this before. So I'm gonna be working on this. I am using Silhouette Studio to print this design. If you have um, Cricut design space, you can do the same thing. I've decided to use Silhouette Studio this time for printing my designs. So I'm going to start by hitting print, and then I'm going to select my sublimation printer, which in this case is my Epson Eco Tank 15,000, which is a converted printer. I converted it from the Eco Tank to a sublimation printer. And then after I do that, I want to make sure that I have the correct size of paper, which I don't. I have the letter size. So I'm going to go ahead and select the A3 size, which is 11 inches by 17, because I'm printing 2 wraps at the same time. I'm going to hit OK. I also going to corroborate that I am mirrored. I'm going to go ahead and hit print again, and that's it. So guys, I'm going to meet you at the craft table, and we're going to start wrapping these mugs. So these are the things I'm going to be utilizing for this project. I'm going to be using the mugs. These are Cricut mugs. You can use other brands. I usually use the Cricut brand. I have my butcher paper. I have my cradle, which you have seen me use it before. This is just optional. If you have any question about this, I'm going to show you how to use this for those who are new to, sublimating. The sticky roller to help me clean the mugs. But you can use also alcohol to wipe the mug out and get rid of all the dust or any debris. Heat resistant tape, my scissors, and my printouts right here. I added a third one the last minute because I needed to do an extra mug. So yeah, so guys, I'm gonna trim this out and then we're gonna start the whole process, all right? I forgot to add my mug press, which I'm gonna show you later on. So I finished trimming everything. I'm gonna start with the first mug. I'm gonna show you how to do it. First thing, we're gonna be cleaning the mug. Like I mentioned before, you can use alcohol also to clean it up. This seems to work for me. I've always done it this way and it worked perfectly, so yeah. I'm gonna be doing the first mug and then I'm gonna be wrapping the other ones later on. If you hear my voice, it's raspy. Guys, I think I'm catching a cold. I hope I'm not. If I am, then I hope that it's just a 24-hour thing or something, because I don't want to mess up my Christmas or my holidays. So yeah, so that's why you're listening to this voice. It is not my sexy voice. I think I'm getting a cold. So I am praying that it's nothing serious. But anywho, I think this is good enough right now. For those who are new to sublimation, the purpose of me cleaning the mug is because any dust that, of course, we're not going to be seeing with our naked eyes, but when they store these things, they grasp dust, and you need to clean it up because otherwise it's going to mess up your sublimation. It's going to come up like little spots, like blue spots, and everything is going to be ruined. So make sure that you clean it up, okay? Either using alcohol and then let it dry, or using the sticky roller like I just did. So I'm going to be starting with the Grinch one, and I'm going to do it. So I'm going to wrap it around, making sure that I am going to cover evenly both sides, meaning I'm going to have some leftovers, but not much on each side. You see, this is too close to the handle, so I have to move it a little bit. Okay. And like I said, this is optional. You don't have to have it. To me, it makes it a little bit easier. I think I'm going to trim it a little bit on this side. just a bit. I don't want it to be too close to the handle because it tends to ghost on that area if it's too close to the handle. So this looks pretty good to me. I think this is good. I'll trim it a little bit more. I think I cut it too long. I usually do for the 15 ounce. I do 10 inches in the width, and on the height I usually do 4.317, but for some reason it seems to be a little bit too long. If you do it too long to the handle, when you close the Cricut mug press, it tends to ghost in here, so I don't want it to be touching the handle. And this looks much better to me. Yeah, I think this is good. Okay, so now that I have it here, I want to make sure that I have it close to the bottom. Okay, and I'll trim it on the bottom too. The thing with this printouts that is white, when it prints, you can barely see the line because the paper is white also. So sometimes I tend to cut off the line, and I think that's what happened this time. That's why it's a little bit too long on the height. So I'm just gonna trim it a little bit. Hopefully this will look better. And this is much better. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be using my heat resistant tape. I'm gonna close my door on my shop because there's a lot of noise out there. I'll be back. And I can hear it. I don't know if you can hear it, but yeah, I just closed my door. Alrighty, so this is done. Now what I'm gonna do, because it's in place, I'm gonna place tape around it, and this should be it. Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing on the bottom. Mugs are easier to wrap than tumblers, I think. Tumblers require a little bit more. I think, to me, mugs are easier to wrap. So, and this heat resistant tape is a thin one. I ran out of the thick one, the wider one. So yeah, I know. It makes it more difficult for me to wrap. It should be easier process, but I ran out of the, I had to order more of the thicker, wider tape. So. This is good. I tend to use a lot of tape, people. You know that I always say that. For those who watch my channel, I'd rather be safe than sorry. And I tend to use a lot of tape. Okay, so this first one is done. So once I do this, all I have to add is the butcher paper. And this butcher paper, what it does, it protects the mug, because you know sublimation is ink that converts into gas when it's heat up, and you don't want nothing to go into your machine, because this ink tend to be permanent in a way. So what it does, it protects your presses, your mug press, hat presses, whatever you are working with sublimation. You want to make sure that you protect your equipment, and this is a way of protecting the equipment. Okay, I definitely had to buy the thicker tape. I have to look, because I think I had an extra one that is a wider tape. I might have to go and check it out. All you need is to cover it like this, and what you did with the wrap. Put one tape in here. Let me trim it a little bit. And this is ready to go to the press. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other two, these two over here, and I meet you at the heat press, okay, or the mug press, all right? So we are ready to start. Let's place the first mug inside the mug press. I'm going to push this down and it's going to close for it. So if you're new to sublimation mugs and sublimating tumblers, this is a mug press. It's by Cricut and it's very easy to use. All I have to do now is wait for all the little lights to be light up, all 5 of them, and that means that the mug is ready to go. And I always use my heat resistant gloves for this, because even though it says that the handle is cool, I always use my gloves just in case. Guys, I am losing my voice as I go. I think I'm definitely getting a cold, and I don't like it, because I don't want to be sick during my celebration of Christmas. So let's see. I use this later on to peel off the tape from the mug. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this one, and then after that I'm going to do the other two in fast mode. It is beeping, so this is ready, and all I have to do is lift it up. I'm taking it off the press, and I'm going to let it cool. I'm going to place the next one. Okay. Okay. It's just going to get cool. And this part I'm going to run it fast forward. Okay. So this is beeping. So this one is ready. Taking it off. If you hear that background noise, guys, that's the heating unit of the house. I'm gonna put the last one. Okay. And the first one should be cooled down by now. I'm using my gloves just in case. Yeah, it's cool. Ceramic takes longer to cool down than stainless steel. When I do the tumblers, the ceramic takes longer to cool down. But my room right here, my shop, is kind of cold, so that's why it cooled down so fast. think it's safe enough for me to take off the gloves. Oof, no. It's still hot, people. It's still hot. Wow, this is very nice. Colors are nice and bright. Very nice. This is the one that I added. It says Mama Elf in here. Am I having a good I'm looking at the camera right here. Mama Elf right here, and it's also a inflated design right here. In this part there's a little bit of a ghosting, and I noticed it because the press was not closing near enough. I like this design, Mama Elf. Pretty nice. Colors are popping. They're very bright. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let the second one cool down, and we're gonna take a look at it, okay? So let me see if this one is cool enough to take off the butcher paper. Okay. This is the Grinch one, and it came out very nice too. Look. Grinch Fuel. Real nice. So now I'm waiting for the third one to get ready, and I bring you back when it's done. It's almost done. So this one is ready to go. We're gonna let it cool, and I'll bring you back when it's cool, all right? So let's see if I can take it off. It's still hot, but I try to do it without touching them up. So I'm using my gloves again. This is the result of this one. Northern Pole, Surf Hill, Hot Chocolate, Santa Claus. Real nice, real nice. So guys, I'm gonna go back to the table and I'll see you over there, okay? These are the mugs and they came out amazing. I am losing my voice, I know. Anywho, they came out amazing. I love the 3D inflated design. It doesn't disappoint. The colors are popping. If you have any question about the whole process, go ahead and ask those questions down on the description box. If you're new to the channel, thank you for spending this time with me. If you like this content, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, The Crafty Puerto Rican, and don't forget to click the notification bell. That way you will get notified of all my future videos. For those who are subscribed, thank you for supporting my channel. I wish you all happy holidays. I think I might see you again before the New Year's, but just in case, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Hasta luego.